secrets for the next thriller. There were plenty of interesting places to commit murder. Across the road, a single light glowed like a beacon in the storm. The source was the abandoned, dilapidated grist mill that had once been part of this farm. He knew this because he was ferociously curious, and knowing was his business. Abandoned buildings provided perfect places to get away with murder. He'd be suitably inspired here among the hills and hollows of southern Tennessee. A blue-fire javelin of lightning, fierce as a bolt straight from the hand of Zeus, slit the night like a fiery blade. Gorgeous stuff. Hayden stretched, rolled his neck, considered a walk in the violence. He'd be up most of the night during a wild thunderstorm of this magnitude. He could feel the yet unformed story brewing in his blood, a bubbling cauldron of energy and creativity. Coffee, and plenty of it, was a must. He wasn't a Red Bull kind of guy. Something about it seemed addictive to him. And if there was anything he feared greater than losing his only useful resource, his fertile mind, it was addiction. Addictions came, he knew, in many forms. Leaving the laptop cursor to blink a blind eye, he let himself out of the luxurious mulberry room and made his way down shadowy stairs carpeted in blood red, his hand on the smooth wooden banister, taking care on the creaky third step he'd noticed earlier. No self-respecting author of murder and mayhem missed a creaky step. Lightning illuminated the curved staircase, and thunder rumbled like 1,000 kettle drums. The house stood steady, quiet even, as if it had weathered too much to be bothered by a thunderstorm. There were stories here. He could feel them. Hayden's Scots-Irish blood heard the dance of his ancestors in the thunder, saw wave-tossed fishing vessels on storm-gray seas, and imagined a woman standing on the shore, hand to her forehead, watching while in the misty shadows lurked the equally watchful predator, biding his time. Hayden tucked away the image for future reference. The new book was to explore the dark undercurrents hidden behind the welcoming smiles and sweet tea of a small town in the rural south, not the storm-tossed coasts of Ireland. At the base of the stairs, he crossed the foyer through to an area the proprietress had termed the front parlor, a room of times past, with a marble fireplace enclosure and Victorian decor, and into the much more modern kitchen. He fumbled for a light switch, mildly concerned about waking the sister owners, who resided somewhere on the first floor, but dismissed the concern in favor of coffee. A quick survey of the brown granite countertops revealed no coffee maker. He cursed himself for not remembering to ask about essential coffee equipment in his rented room, of which there was none. Here, in the large copper and cream kitchen, the coffee machine could be anywhere. He had no luck locating it, but found a tea bag caddy, a discovery that made him snarl. While he pondered the usefulness of lemon zinger tea, his cell phone buzzed against his hip. He winced at the sudden racket, though if the thunder didn't wake the house, a ringtone shouldn't. Still, out of consideration and being the new guest in the place, he slapped the phone silent. He'd intended to dump the device in the bottom of his suitcase and forget it for a few days, but out of habit, he'd stuck the phone in his back pocket. A pity, he grumbled. And stupid. He knew who the caller was. The only person who ever called him in the dead of night. She'd been the one who taught him never to sleep too soundly. Hello, Dorley. He heard her quivery intake of breath and braced himself for the histrionics or cursing. One or the other was inevitable. When she didn't respond, a tingle of worry forced a regrettable question. Are you all right?
No, I'm not all right. Oh, a lot you care. I'm sick. You know I'm sick and you don't help me. How am I supposed to get my medicine?
Hayden closed his eyes and leaned against the hard counter edge. He could imagine her there in the